Majority of pastors go and collect powers from him. And he has stated, if any of the pastors don't believe that they've gotten powers from me, they should confess now and I will challenge them. No pastor from Ghana or from Africa has challenged this guy. Hi everyone, this is Lillian Mutambo. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Lillian Mutams TV. Thank you so much for more than 88,000 subscribers. I am so grateful. I just want to talk about something that has been bugging me for the past few days, and it's in regards to a pastor from Ghana based in the USA that did the unthinkable. Now, you know that I talk about these issues on my YouTube channel. For those of you who are returning subscribers, you are aware of this because I've stated many times that most of these pastors that call themselves prophet are absolutely fake. And the reason being that they have deities to which they have signed up to, and that's why certain things that they do is because of those evil deities. That's how they prophesy. That's how they tell people this is what you will be. They use what you call also familiar spirits. Now these familiar spirits are demons that they use in order to tell you what happened in your past, and they are able to tell you your address, your phone number, and you think they are the prophet of our time. Now, it's sad in this situation that a lady named Barbara is now a victim and is late. Barbara was married to Pastor Sylvester for 5 years. And even though she's been married to him for the past 5 years, he has been cheating on her. Now, if you have watched one of my videos where I've stated this, I've stated that, look, these pastors, the deities that they sign up to, tell them to sleep with women in order for them to have those spiritual powers that will enable them to prophesy. Now, I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised at all that this man was cheating with choir members. He was cheating with people in the church. I'll share videos at the end of this so that you can hear for yourselves what women that are part of the church experience. One of them was confessing to a prophetess named Princess Belemzi that she had a sexual relationship with this pastor. And this woman, she's late now, Barbara, did not deserve to die this way because of this man's careless life. Now, Barbara is a woman who maintained her marriage and didn't want to expose what was going on, but she was aware, obviously, that he was cheating. And the only option for her was, I need to leave this marriage. And there's a video where the man threatens to kill her if she leaves. And the brother, I believe the brother to Barbara, told, I believe, his wife in the video that please make sure this is on camera so that we can show it to the police. We need to put a restraining order on this man. He was angry. He was, showing his venom, his bitterness. And he said, I will make sure I kill you. Now, this man, what he did was, he followed this woman at her workplace where she works, and he shot her 7 times. Now, that's evil. I don't care about whether this man was upset or not. You cannot take someone's life just because they've decided to leave you. And this is what we as women face in the diaspora, where we are trying to maintain relationships because people will laugh at you, people will mock you. This is a marriage. The Bible says divorce is wrong. But where somebody is cheating on you and the person is abusive, my sister, leave that marriage. You will lose your life in the end. It's so sad. I'm not happy about this situation. I just want to read some of the articles where some family or friends have stated the reason why this happened is because of witchcraft. Now, those members have been bewitched, and that's what happens. No matter what the pastor does, the prophet does, the members always defend these rubbish pastors. They defend them because they don't know that they've been sworn into a deity as well. And that's why their life turns around on the same circles. They depend on this pastor. How can you say somebody killing the wife, that is witchcraft? You gotta be kidding me. So I'm going to be checking out some of the posts, and if you check out their images, there was love between them. And as any noble woman, she was supportive of this man. She made sure she supported him even in his ministry. But this is how he pays her back. So I'm going to read something. Ghanaian man of God. They shouldn't even use the capital G. They should use small God. Prophet Sylvester Ofori shot his wife Barbara Tommey to death this week in Orlando, causing massive stir in the world. He was said to have shot the deceased several times in front of a bank in broad daylight. Eyewitnesses say there was no exchange between Barbara and her killer, Mr. Ofori, when he attempted shooting her. Photos that popped up online clearly shows that the leader of the Floodgates of Ministries, that's his church is called Floodgates of Heaven Ministry International, Sylvester Ofori and wife were madly in love. Those are the images, and that's his Instagram. That's their wedding image over there. And this is what we always say: be careful with social media. Social media will paint an image as if everything is fine, and yet things are not fine. This is him, all lovey-dovey. But the man was a big cheat. He cheated on his wife. And the wife did not deserve to die this way. Those are the images, and I will share them as well here. Sylvester Ofori has been arrested, and he's under investigation by the police department in Orlando in the USA. The issue of Sylvester Ofori and his wife is not ending anytime soon, as new evidence against Sylvester keeps popping up after he murdered his wife. Sylvester Ofori is a Ghanaian pastor in the USA who threatened to kill his wife and carried out his threat barely 24 hours after he said it. I mean, what type of bitterness can somebody have that you kill your wife barely 24 hours after you've said it? She goes to work and then you kill her. The couple was said to be going through a divorce, but Sylvester couldn't take it as he proceeded to kill his wife by shooting her 7 times in front of her workplace. Sylvester has been arrested, and information that is reaching the world news and the media is that he is facing a death sentence. Meanwhile, a close friend of Sylvester has angered Ghanaians with his post regarding his murder. This is the stupidity of some people, where you're not being sensitive that a woman has lost her life, and then you defend this so-called fake man of God in the name of loyalty and friendship. Well, no matter how much you defend this idiot, he is staying in prison. I'll call him an idiot because he did not have the right to take anyone's life. Only God has a right to end someone's life, and that's when their time comes to die. And you must be very foolish to support such a foolish man who takes the life of a woman who just said, I've had enough, 5 years of fake love. You're sleeping with choir members. You've made others pregnant. Maybe others have even had abortions. And then you expect me to stay there and endure in the name of I am a pastor's wife. Barbara had every right to leave a relationship, and nobody should fight her or kill her or take her life just because he doesn't think it's the right decision. Everyone has a personal choice. And this man should not even be released on any bail. He does not deserve any bail. So according to him, this foolish friend, Sylvester murdered Barbara because he was possessed by the devil. Listen to this foolishness. And that Barbara would not be happy with what Sylvester is currently going through. The post has since gone viral, with some Ghanaians tagging the Orlando police to investigate him and his family because he might also be an abusive man. He wrote, "Professor Sylvester Ofori and beautiful wife Barbara Ofori, I know how you both love each other, and each other. Only Satan can cause such drama and hurt both of you in the process. Prophet, you are calling somebody who's in prison prophet. Jailbird is the right word, not prophet. Jailbird, you are still loved by me and my wife. Rubbish. And will bear you in prayer in this very difficult time." Are you kidding me? Somebody kills somebody and you say you pray. Pray for what? A murderer is a murderer. We ask that God forgives you and you forgive yourself for taking the life of another, not just anyone but Barbara. Barbara, I know how much you love Sylvester. Excuse me. She was just in the process of divorce and you're saying you love Sylvester. What sort of rubbish is this? You won't even wish for revenge on this. I pray your soul rest in peace, and may your family and the affected ones be comforted. And I know your ministry will even be greater in prison. We don't know what God will bring out of this mess. Really? And prison members will even follow this person. They will be members of this church. Huh? You must be joking. Daniel and Debbie, we love you so much. This is very foolish. So this was from Daniel Dakwa. That's his, that's the post over there. It's not so clear, but that's the post over there. Wow. Okay, so what I wanted to say is a lot of these pastors in churches that prophesy, majority of them, they have sown on to these deities. And those powers of prophesying come from them sleeping with these women. And that's why this man, when you watch his video, at the end of this, you see how he was fighting his wife. A man of God, a true man of God who has the Spirit of God, will not utter the words that he uttered. But he did, because he does not have the Spirit of God. He has demons that are helping him. Now, he is not the only one doing this. Many of them are doing this. And if you are in such a church, please leave. You have no business being in a demonic church, in a satanic church. They are just tying your destiny. And all that will happen to you is you'll be revolving round and round in circles at the same point. Now, what they do is they have this attraction towards women. The pastor can be the most ugliest pastor in the world, even though people say there's no one who's ugly. But I'll use the word ugly. The pastor may not be so good looking, but you find that women are attracted to this man of God because those spirits that he possesses and he carries make you want to lust for him. So the spirit of lust is in that house, the church of God, the church of God. It becomes part of the church. And you will go to that church unknowingly, but then once you find yourself in that position, you compromise by sleeping with this man of God, or you hear stories and you defend this man of God. You say, it's not true, it's not true, it's not true. And you see, women, we are used a lot. Just from the beginning, when Adam and Eve were created, Eve was used by the serpent in order to influence this man so that he could eat the apple, and God had now exposed them that, you know, you've sinned, and now can you see now you're naked, and they now understood that they were naked. And this is also what happens. Women are used because women carry a certain power. Remember, the rib of a woman came from a man in order for her to be created. So women are used as a vessel to bring in those evil altars in the house of God. You will never hear, well, some will go The other way, maybe they'll be gay or anything like that. But you hear that majority of them, they go for women. And this is what happens most of the times when you see these things are going on and people ignore them. Look, I'll tell you this. The day I decided to leave a prophetic church is the day my life became better. You can have pastors who have prophecy. They can prophesy to you. They can tell you whatsoever. No dispute to that. There are some who are gifted like that. But when you want to belong to these famous churches, especially the famous ones, you know, there's those famous prophetic churches, be careful. Because it's you that will lose out and not them. Now, another foolishness has also happened. I'll call this foolishness because let's not be gullible, guys. Why is it that it's only Africans that find themselves in this type of rubbish? I'll call it rubbish. Now, this guy has a prophetic spiritual father named Prophet Salifu Amoako. Another fake guy. He's fake. I don't care if you come in my comment section and say he's not fake. He's fake. Now this fake guy is saying the spiritual father, the only spiritual father anyone should have is gone. Okay? The spiritual father of Pastor Sylvester, Ofori, Prophet Elisha Salifu has finally said this. He's God's son murdering his wife after they had a misunderstanding. They never had any misunderstanding. You don't follow someone to their workplace and then murder her and then you say it was a misunderstanding. You are a killer. Prophet Elisha is a founder of and general overseer of Alive Chapel International in Ghana. I wonder what type of people go to this church. Blind people. In Ghana, while Pastor Sylvester Ofori is the overseer of Floodgate of Heaven International. Stop using God's names, please. These are all fake. You're using the name of God, Floodgate of Heaven. Which Floodgate of Heaven? Floodgate of prostitution and brothel. And then you call it Floodgate of Heaven. Stop using the name of God in vain, please. According to Prophet, he saw the unfortunate incident and warned Pastor Sylvester Ofori about the impending danger. Really? Really? So how come you never prophesied before and it was on video and everywhere? Okay, so he claims it was a spiritual attack. What rubbish. By witches on the man of God he describes as Hammo. Really? The Hammo man. In fact, let me show you the video of the Hammo man. Watch this video.
No! No! No, it's not okay, Barbara. It's not okay. You cannot defend him. It's not okay. Do you see what he just did? No, no, Barbara, I'm tired of you. No, I'm tired of you now. No, absolutely not. Do you? I know that I understand. I get it.
I told you here and I told you to sit back. I told you we are not here to argue with you. Why did you fucking attack her? Why did you attack her? Can you come down?
No!
Come down because you started this. Can you let me go? You're going to go to the other room and you're not going to come out.
Barbara, what about that one?
You up. I'm telling you.
Barbara, that folder.
That's the divorce document.
Get up and go to your fucking room.
No.
I don't know what the fuck is wrong
Barbara,
with you.
move.
Keep acting up, I'll fuck you up. No, try me. All right. Try me. Okay. Try me. All right. Try me.
No, it's all right. Why? It was unnecessary.
Don't give me that kind of thing.
Don't do that, Barbara. What if you keep me by yourself?
But isn't this the same sister that you fucked up? What did I fuck up about my sister? What did I fuck up about my sister?
Perry, what did I tell you? Let him go in the room. Perry.
Perry, leave him alone.
You just go. You don't need that. Okay. All right. Well, you are the same person who supported me at the wedding, right? I was supporting you at the wedding because you were fake. You were fake. You were lying.
Perry.
You were fake. You and everybody that follows you. You were fake. I supported you because I thought you were different. I thought you were not like your family. Yes, I'm just
The same sister. The pastor told you that she was a witch.
Which pastor? Name that pastor. Name that pastor. Which pastor told you my sisters?
The same sisters.
Which pastor? Name the pastor. Is it you? You are a pastor. You don't know whether you are confirmed or not. You are a pastor, my friend. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck you up. We didn't come here for you. We did not come here for you. Don't let me hurt you. Leave. We didn't come here for you. We came to get something.
Can I promise you something?
Promise me.
If I don't kill your sister,
Then me, I am straight. You got the video, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Call the cops.
No, it's
No, call the cops. Then, no.
Barbara, stop that.
Tanya, you don't play with threats like this. Jen, I'm calling the cops. No, you don't play with threats. Please call the cops. It should escalate. He's threatening you in front of me. He said he's going to kill you. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?
All right, just make sure it's there so we can go. If that's it, let's go. Let's just get the hell out of here.
Is it it?
yeah.
Okay.
Make sure let's get out of here. We ain't coming here no more, Barbara. You lost all
You
this.
heard what he said?
Is there anything else you need to get? Barbara, we're done.
Whatever you want to get.
Yeah, we're done. All right, you lost all this.
No, I'm gonna come back for it.
You gonna come back for what? No, it's okay. It's okay, Barbara. It's another debt that can be paid off. Debt is debt. You cannot replace debt with life, and vice versa. It's gone. This ain't yours no more. Imagine if you come here by yourself.
Even with us over here, he still attacked you. Father, don't play with these things.
Why is this a
You
joke
may
to
not
you?
want to have him arrested, but you have to make a police report. You have to have a police report for future sake. The police need to make a report.
No, I'm going to use this so you can get a restraining order.
Yeah.
You,
And make sure he's not coming in. Can you come for my glasses? Look at my glasses right to make sure he's not coming in. It fell over there when he scuffled.
Watch your car. Make sure she's not doing anything.
Oh, I'll fuck him up.
don't go outside.
Okay, so you have seen the video of the humble man that his spiritual father claims to be humble. Somebody who confessed murder. I will kill you. In less than 24 hours, he murdered his wife. And then you say you saw the danger. He's humble, down to earth, and obedient. Obedient to you. I spoke to them. I went to him on a day and told him he should be careful, otherwise he will kill his wife. Whatever has happened was caused by the spirit that is hunting the gentleman. Now, you will find out, if we investigate this pastor as well, whoever he is, prophet, whatever, you will discover that even him is sleeping with members. You discover that members in his church, they are sleeping with each other. Choir, director, everyone, married, unmarried, everybody. Spirit of fornication is in these churches. In the olden days, people were even scared to even show even a bit of flesh. They were covered everywhere. Their heads were covered when going to church, because it is biblical that a woman should cover up. We've seen our friends, the Muslims, and we need to learn from them. They cover up. Women cover up everywhere, because a woman's body can be attractive to a man, and that's why they pray separately. The men pray somewhere else and the women pray separately. I think we need to introduce that to Christianity, especially when we keep on having these things every time, because it's just too much. The Muslims have their own room where the women pray, and they have their own entrance. And the men too, they have their own section where they pray, and they have their own entrance. We must respect that. And if we could have that as well, where women cover up, they look beautiful, natural, I think we wouldn't have all these problems where pastors are sleeping with members. Well, the reason why these pastors sleep with members is because they are fake prophets. Fake. Okay? So now I'll say something. There is a pastor from Ghana, and I believe this is, most of these guys from Ghana, pastors who call themselves prophets, most of them, in the diaspora, they are fake. And we have tried and tested them because we have seen things go on, because they know the level of desperation of people in the diaspora. Now, the reason why these things will happen in the diaspora more than in Africa is because, number one, people in the diaspora, they're desperate for documentation. It's a challenge for somebody to get their papers. So pastors will tell them it's your mother, it's your father, it's your father's side, your mother's side, the witches that are making you to have your documents. So people believe in these same prophets. And then there's an issue of tithing, where these prophets and pastors take advantage of people. They ask for tithe, and people give them tithe money in belief that their life will go better, their jobs will be successful and everything. But it's a scam. That tithe issue is a scam. Yeah, and they use it much more in the diaspora. And then there's the issue of seeds, where pastors will say, oh, if you give us a seed, your life will change. God is saying, give us a seed of 33 pounds, a seed of 20 pounds, your life will change. And people keep on seeding, and most of these pastors are fake. And then there's a Ghanaian pastor who came from Ghana, that came to a town Reading, that, he was a normal pastor. People are like, oh, he's a good prophet, he's a good prophet. And then the dude made a woman pregnant in the church, a married woman. And he married her. The woman left the husband. In fact, he was telling the woman, that's not a good man, he's not a husband, he's not a husband. And then he started sleeping with her. And then he made her pregnant. As we speak now, that so-called prophet from Ghana is married to this woman. Now, where is God here? If you've seen a guy named Nana Kweku Bonsam from Ghana, he has stated majority of pastors go and collect powers from him. And he has stated, if any of the pastors don't believe that they've gotten powers from me, they should confess now, and I will challenge them. No pastor from Ghana or from Africa has challenged this guy, because they know it's true. Because people are desperate for power. They're desperate for crown. They're desperate for people to follow them. They're desperate for congregation. They're desperate for luxury. And because of the same luxury that these pastors want to have, where they wear Gucci belts, Armani, Versace, we are finding ourselves with these fake men of God. Now, you saw the house where these guys were living. It was beautiful. You could tell the house is beautiful. That's the luxury they look for. Now, most of these wives may not even be aware of the deities that these people have signed up to. They will not be aware. But once they start seeing certain things are happening, some of them, they are convinced and they agree to it. But a person like Barbara was willing to leave, because she's not going to have a man that is sleeping around with choir members. How will people respect you as a woman of God or as a wife to a pastor? And she was very supportive of this man. You can see in pictures and images that I'm showing in this video, that she really was supportive and was a loving wife. But he still carried on doing what he had to, because he was desperate. And remember, his spiritual father is in Ghana. We don't know what type of juju he was given. I believe these are fake prophets, very fake. And don't argue about that. Okay, so he also mentioned that the deceased, that's the spiritual father, that when the deceased Barbara Ofori, I don't even know why, okay, they're using her name, last name, marital name, because she's still married and in the process of divorce, but I think you should respect her wishes. She wanted to use Tommey. Yeah, so Barbara Tommey was 4 years. She suffered a terrible disease that had no zone could find a solution until a ritual was performed. Now, listen to this stupidity, where this guy is now lying, and the gullible people will believe, yes, he's a man of God. My friend, I will say this in Ghanaian, Madamfu, don't be blind, okay? Those days are gone when people will tell you you need a prophet or pastor for you to progress. You need yourself. The Spirit of God is in you. You pray and God will answer. We just go to church for fellowship, to meet people, to make friendships, and also to relate with others and pray together as one body, because the Bible says where 2 or 3 are gathered, there I am in the midst. But remember, you can even pray from home with your family and God will be there. God does not choose who he wants to be. So that's the story of the Ghanaian pastor. It is very, very sad that Barbara was killed by her husband. Regardless of whether somebody is a pastor or not, they do not have the rights to kill anybody. And secondly, this is a message to you women. When you realize that the relationship is abusive, please leave. Your life is precious. Even though Barbara is dead and this man is in prison, he still will be eating. He'll be watching TV in American prison. He'll be living his life. He'll be having visitors. He'll be having phone calls. He's still alive. Unless he's in a county in America where the penalty of death penalty exists, like some of the counties in America. But if he's in a county where he's just on life without parole, it means he's still alive and, Barbara is gone. So the family of Barbara Tommey, the Ghanaian lady who's been shot, obviously, by her fake pastor husband, Sylvester Ofori in the USA, they have announced the details of the burial. So according to Elizabeth Sophia Russell, an elder sister to the deceased, the family has decided to lay the deceased to rest on Saturday, 26th September. And this is the image of the family. And this lady was so beautiful. You can tell her beauty. Such a beautiful woman. I'll show the image here. Very beautiful. So this was on Instagram. So the family member stated that Tommey was killed by her husband, and the circumstances which led to the death of the 27-year-old by her husband of 5 years has been a shock to most Ghanaians. Tommy's sister explained that the reason for the quick burial, stating that Ofori shot her sister in the head many times, and moreover, their mother has been hurt so badly, and they want to hold a burial in order for her and the family members to heal from the pain. And the Ghanaians take so long in order for somebody to be buried. They take about 3 months or so. But they are saying that it's going to be a quick burial because of this, the fact that the family wants to heal quicker. Following the news of the shooting, many reports have emerged on social media suggesting that Ofori killed her because she was cheating, and yet it was not true. And this is what people should learn to be sensitive. You can't start making up such fake stories when you could see even in the video she was trying to defend the man as he was being held by the brother. He has already made a choir member pregnant, the choir director, and according to Russell, the deceased was a responsible, virtuous woman who was not living an immoral life. And I agree. Some people, even by the images, you can tell. And therefore, you guys that are spreading those fake stories about this woman, respect her, okay? She needs to be respected. So this interview was on Coffee TV, where this woman, the sister to Barbara, had cited, on Facebook. It was on Facebook, and the elder sister had explained, like, just like any other marriage, the couple had their troubles, but of course, these troubles were too much. Her sister's marriage broke up mainly because the pastor drifted into occultism. Now I believe this. Drifted into occultism, and the deceased was not comfortable with it and decided to quit. That is why the guy behaved like an animal. Desperation of these pastors. That's why they enter into occultism. So people should not accuse the wife of anything. Let's respect Barbara, who was shot dead. It's not fair that she has died. It's not fair. And I'm not happy with the situation of her death, of course. Let's respect her. People have been accusing her all sorts just because they want to defend their so-called prophet. My sister, my brother, the Bible is there. Mothers and fathers that are watching this YouTube channel, the Bible is there and it is real. do not be conformed to the patterns of this world. Many people are conformed to the patterns of this world. They want to live in leisure. And because of the so-called rich, luxurious lifestyle of the worldly pleasures of people, is what is leading pastors as well to join into occultism so that they should also live a luxurious life. But in the end, those occultisms that they join, the result is evil. The Bible tells us that the devil comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy. Not only have we lost Barbara, but the pastor himself has lost his life as well, because he will be in prison for the rest of his life. Why? Because he joined a cult out of desperation, and because the wife did not accept the cultism which he's into, which also allows him to sleep around with many women. That's the demand of the cult. That's why she wanted to leave. It's unfortunately she has lost her life. May the soul of Barbara rest in peace, and many comforts to the family. Please, people, be careful. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel. This is Lily Mutam's Galopa Z, also known as Galopa Z, on this YouTube platform. Thank you so much. Bless you.